Well, everyone, Alex the Railroader here again to give you another update on what I've done to my latest locomotive. Do forgive me, I have laundry going in the background, so you might hear that tumbling around in the dryer. But anyway, let's get to this quick update. So, as I told you last week, that I had just bought this Forney locomotive, kind of a rare find, and I had to do some working on it because I think the last owner didn't tell me that he kind of burnt out some of the wiring, so I had to rewire it, and you'll see that in the last update if you haven't watched it yet. But anyway, one of the things in the last update that I wanted to mention was that it's missing these metal rods. They're called stanchions. That's the official name for them, and they connect from the smoke box to the top of the pilot. Now, let me go here. So there's one on the other side of the locomotive there, and I don't know if that's focused. There's one on the other side of the locomotive, and it was already there when I got this locomotive, but the one on the right side, this one here, let me slide the paper in there, was missing. It wasn't there when I bought this locomotive, even though the photographs showed it. So I thought that was interesting. I don't think they were the seller's photographs. I think he just found stock photos of some kind. But anyway, I had to order this part off of Bachmann Trains. The interesting part about that story is that this part was labeled either right or left side. You could buy either the right or left side ones. However, it didn't say who's right or left. It didn't say my right or left or the engineer's right or left. So I chose my right, and I was wrong. I bought the one for the left side. And so anyway, long story short, I ended up bending this around to get it to fit in there because the shipping was $9, even though the item itself was only $1.50. So I was not about to buy another one. It just was ridiculous that it took that long to get it, and it cost $9 in shipping. So anyway, I kind of bent this around, reshaped it so I could fit it in there, and it's there, and that's done. I might get an official right side one later. But either way, that's that. So, next thing on the list here is the coupler. Remember last time I was telling you, I was running the locomotive around the test track, and I was afraid that if the turns were any tighter than on the test track, then maybe the back end of the locomotive would throw cars off the track. So I decided to experiment a little bit. I said, what if I get a coupler with a longer shank? Now, this is the coupler that came with the locomotive. It's just an ordinary, standard Bachmann coupler. But anyway, I went and bought one of these. It's a longer shank coupler. It's only a little bit longer, but that might actually work for what I need. So anyway, I bought a pack of two. So the other one I already installed on the locomotive, and it's just sitting there. That was not easy. That probably took me 15 minutes because I could not get the darn thing to sit in the spot while I screwed the screw back in underneath. So nevertheless, we'll see. I'm planning on buying some more test track, just a little bit more with a tighter curve, to see if this will still work. I'm pretty sure it will. But the idea is that with the longer shank, the coupler reaches farther, and so therefore it should work. So anyway, that's that. And I decided that I'm going to take some video of this locomotive running now that it's still daylight outside. So yeah, let's get to that. Alright, so this time I set up the test track closer to my front door and my window, so I'm hoping that and my lamp, so I'm hoping the extra light will help. We'll just see. Anyway, I set up the locomotive on the track, and now I'm going to reverse it. Oh, that's not reverse. Okay. Alright. Now, forward. Wow. I think that's a significant difference because I don't see the coupler, uh, the locomotive coupler, actually having to turn as far to the left. So this might actually have been a very good idea. Yeah, I bet I could put a tighter turn on here, and that will definitely not throw the cars off the track. I think this was a successful experiment. I'm still going to buy some. I'm gonna buy some Bachmann Easy Track. I'm not gonna buy a full circle, just maybe 4 segments of 18-inch radius, and then test the locomotive with an 18-inch radius. If it can do 18 inches, then I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. If it can do an 18-inch radius curve, then it can do a 20-inch radius curve. So, and that's the curves that I've designed for my layout is 20 inches. So, that's the next thing to test. Oh, also, I wanted to mention, I purchased a new LED for the headlamp of the locomotive. It's got a resistor on both sides built in, so hopefully it should be able to also reverse without blowing out the light. Yeah, so I think I should be getting that maybe next week. Then I'll be installing that, and hopefully I'll have a working headlamp again.